This is Modern Persian Food,
a culinary podcast for today's food enthusiast.
We talk about classic Persian flavors,
modern recipes,
and embracing culture and identity through food.
I'm Bita.
And I'm also Bita.
Welcome to our show.
Hi, friends. Welcome to episode number 156 of the Modern Persian Food Podcast. Today, we're going to be talking about an ancient Persian festival that happens in the autumn at a time of harvest called Mehregan. And we're going to kind of chat about how we're planning on celebrating it this year and give you guys a little bit of a crash course on what Mehregan is, how we celebrate it, and how you can celebrate it in your own homes too.
That's right. It's an ancient tradition, but with a timeless message, including friendship, love, kindness, light, and the fall harvest. It's nature at its finest. And this year we got to partner up with an Orange County organization, which was pretty awesome, for a live event. OCAC, the Orange County Iranian American Chamber of Commerce.
Yeah, it's great how more and more people are starting to celebrate Mehregan and actually Persian holidays and kind of, more ancient festivals that have been celebrated for thousands and thousands of years. Recently we did episode and feature on Tirgan. We had a great opportunity to actually go on a local news station here in the Bay Area, Cron 4, and we did a fun segment with them talking about Tirgan. And of course, the big holidays like Nowruz and Yalda coming up so that we have appreciation for the earth, for the seasons, and really being able to kind of celebrate that time.
Yeah, we're so happy that you are interested. Without any further ado, let's get into it. Autumn. It's a beautiful season.
Yeah, it is. And it comes at a time of harvest. Everything has grown and has ripened. It is now ready to share with your family and with your friends and to be enjoyed. And what it seems like is for Mehregan is really showering each other and showing each other kindness, friendship, and love to each other and to nature. So I think the tenet is that what you give to nature and give love to nature, nature will give it back to you, and people living in harmony will make the world a better place. So it's actually super beautiful and I love it. And one of the really interesting things about Mehregan, if you didn't grow up Zoroastrian, you may not have celebrated it, but one of the most beautiful things I love about Mehregan, aside from these really culturally strong tenets, is that it has a Sofreh. It has a Sofreh like how we have like for Nowruz. We've talked about the Sofreh Hafsin that welcomes the spring equinox, or where we celebrate Nowruz, the first day of the Persian New Year. And also there's a Sofreh for the Sofreh Aqd, when people get married and they have a place setting where there's certain elements on there that symbolize aspects of their future that they want to obtain. Health, prosperity, fertility, everything kind of has a meaning that's put on the Sofreh Hafsin and the Sofreh Aqd. But I love how the Mehregan has a Sofreh too. And similar to the other ones, it has a mirror and it has candles and it's a beautiful fabric that it's set upon.
I read that the Sofreh for Mehregan is a beautiful violet color. And, being in the fall season, all the colors are warm. Mm-hmm. Those are actually my personal favorite colors, kind of like sunset colors and fall colors. And the Sofreh traditionally is purple or violet in color, which just looks so warm and beautiful. What are some things that are set on the symbolic table setting or Sofreh for Mehregan?
Yeah, so, the mirror, the candles, there's usually fruit to symbolize that the abundance of what nature has given, typically in the form of pomegranate, grapes, or apples. So those are bountiful on the table. Also, isfand, and we see the isfand on the other tables as well, as we had mentioned. And isfand is the wild rue that's burned to bring positive energy and to burn off any negative energy, or chishme bad. So that's definitely there, which smells beautiful.
Cheshmeh meaning warding off evil spirits.
Yeah, exactly. There's usually like a holy book. The Zoroastrian book is called the Avesta. There's usually that or another holy book. A lot of times there's the Shahnameh, which is that Persian epic of kings. It's a beautiful book. I have a really great copy that has stunning illustrations in it. So they would have that as well. Along with like sweets, rosewater cookies, different sweets to be enjoyed at that time. And to drink, I think I mentioned the sharbat. So a little drink mixed with juice and water and sometimes basil seeds in there too, tokhme sharbati. And what it is that you get together and then at noon, usually, typically, I think this year in the States, they celebrate it on October 2nd. And traditionally, you get together with your loved ones and gather around the Sofreh and maybe say a prayer and then drink the sharbat together and give love to each other. And sometimes I read that you can toss wild marjoram or lotus and sugar plum seeds up in the air on top of the people who are embracing each other. So it really is like showering with love and starting the new season with that intention.
Hi, friends. We have a small ask for you.
We'd love it if you could pass this episode along to a friend, a cousin, or anyone you think would benefit from hearing from us.
Thank you.
There's a lot of sort of crossover or similarities with American Thanksgiving. Like you said, that's a time in the olden days that the farmers were harvesting and a time of abundance.
Mm-hmm.
I love this time of year. When I go for walks and dog walks and so on, honestly, the way the sun hits is different. And it just gives like a glow. And I've always noticed it in this time of year. Mm-hmm. It's just like a really special warm glow. And that's the feeling I get about learning about this holiday. It just kind of warms my heart.
Yeah, absolutely. It's also thought of that the sun was actually formed on Mehregan. So sometimes you'll see representation of sunflowers on the Sofreh Mehregan. The victory of light over darkness is referred to, good over bad. So bringing light, bringing love, bringing abundance into the season is what we're talking about.
Yeah, and I've felt and read about gratitude being part of the abundance of the harvest.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, giving thanks to nature. Yeah, so thank you so much, everyone. We really appreciate everyone listening, and we just wanted to have you join us in our journey as we learned about Mehregan. So we hope that you can walk away learning a little bit more about this beautiful ancient tradition that we're going to try to incorporate into our lives. I know I'm super excited to lay out a Sofreh Mehregan this year, a beautiful purple fabric or a beautiful terme, an old embroidered fabric that is special, and to put that out with a mirror and candles and have this another one of the occasions that we celebrate. And if you're a listener of the show, you know that we love to embrace any kind of happiness and events and have a reason to celebrate. So adding this to the list of fun things to do and appreciate and giving thanks to each other and love to each other and really enjoying all that.
Yeah, when I'm picking the apples from our tree, I'm going to think about our ancestors. And when I'm having my little trail mix with the Persian nuts, and I'm going to also give gratitude and thanks and be grateful for this tradition that I'm also going to try to carry out.
Yay, awesome. Great. All right, well, we do have an Ask the Beats if you're up for it, Bita Jun.
I'm always up for an Ask the Beats.
Woohoo!
What's our question today?
This question comes from Caroline in Pittsburgh, and she asks, what is your favorite Persian sweet? So kind of fun question here. Definitely love Persian sweets. I know you do too. They are so delicious and unique. So many to choose from. Bita Jun, what would you pick as your favorite?
You know, I'd have to choose one of the cookies. Persian cookies are super small, bite-sized, easy to pop, and really unique and delicious. I love rice flour cookies and chickpea cookies, nana berenji and nochochi. Those little cute clover cookies and the round rice flour cookies with the seeds on top, or poppy seeds.
Poppy seeds, yeah.
I sometimes just put chia seeds.
Oh, good idea.
I eat them plain. I enjoy them with tea. And Persian cookies are so uniquely delicious. What do you like?
So actually, I was going to say Persian cookie too. I will stick to my original answer and maybe I'll touch on a few other favorites. My favorite Persian sweet is actually the walnut cookie. the noon gerdui.
Aha. Which one? There's a couple forms.
Yeah. So the one that I like is not the tiny, tiny one. The one that I like is like about like 2 inches round, and it's actually really soft. So it has like a little like crunchy exterior. It's a flat cookie. It's like a little domed. And it has like a little bit of a crunch on the outside. And then inside is this like moist and gushy. And I love it. And it is so delicious and so soft.
Oh, yum. Oh, yeah. And sometimes I have like these distant memories. I only went back to Iran once as a child, pre-revolution. But I have these memories of those cookies. Do they come in like individually wrapped tinfoil sometimes to keep them moist?
I could see that. The ones that I'm thinking about, I've just seen actually mostly in like Persian bakeries out here, like in San Jose or kind of like in the Bay Area. I've seen them, and in LA, but I'm sure they have different versions. But I would say that my favorite Persian sweet is the walnut cookie, noon gerdui.
Delicious.
I would say if I had to pick a runner-up so that we're not just talking about Persian cookies, I would say zulbia.
Oh, super sweet.
Kind of like a fried saffron dough. If you think of like funnel cake, it has that type of appearance, but much smaller and very delicate. And that is like super delicious. You can get them in some Persian restaurants, or you can get them at specialty markets. But that is like a really fun and different Persian sweet too.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you so much for the question, Caroline. Hope you can get your hands on some. And I know that there's a lot of Persian online retailers that sell some of these Persian sweets. So hopefully you can find some to get delivered to you in Pittsburgh. Okay, Bitajun, thank you so much for a great little episode. I'm excited to celebrate Mehregan, and I can't wait to see if you do a Sofreh too.
Likewise. It was a pleasure. Thanks for joining us, everyone. Until next time. Bye.
Bye-bye. You've been listening to the Modern Persian Food Podcast with Bita and Bita. Thanks for spending time with us. If you've enjoyed what you heard today, consider telling a friend or giving us a good rating. You can subscribe to our show for free on your favorite podcasting app, or find us online at modernpersianfood.com or on Instagram for the recipes and information we talked about today. We'd love to hear your thoughts, and see you next time.